Facebook, and brought to you by Signal TV, official broadcaster of Thailand 2025. I'm Boom Gonzalez. I don't even know my name anymore. My name is Boom Gonzalez, alongside my partner Sam Corrales. Good to see you again, Sam.
Hey Boom, of course we all know you, so
as long as I get your name right, that's what matters.
Well, we're so excited to be here. Good afternoon sa ating lahat ng sports fans na nakatutok ngayon. We are approaching the home stretch of the games, but a lot can still happen because many Filipino athletes are still vying for those medals. And we are here to bring our audience closer to all of the action.
You see, this is why I am stuttering. I'm stuttering out of excitement because yesterday, two of the Philippines' big guns took the spotlight. EJ Obieno winning his 4th SEA Games gold and Alex Ayala advancing to her first ever finals in this biennial meet. Now, more stories like those are hopefully on the way for Team Philippines.
And Boom, when that happens, we've got our tireless correspondents in Thailand to help us break down how things unfolded.
Tireless talaga is the word. But first things first, let's have a look at the medal tally and check how the Philippines is doing. Now, as of 11:45 a.m., host nation Thailand, as expected, continues to dominate with a whopping 160 gold medals, 100 silvers, and 66 bronzes, for a total of 326.
At number 2 is still Indonesia with 62 golds, 72 silvers, and as many bronzes for a total of 206 medals. At the 3rd spot is Vietnam with 48 golds, 55 silvers, and 78 bronzes for a total of 181 medals. Singapore is 4th with 37 gold medals, 35 silvers, and 49 bronzes.
Now, Malaysia sits at the 5th spot still with 30 gold medals, 31 silvers, and 90 bronzes for a total of 151. Di pa rin nababawi ng Pilipinas yung 5th spot na yan, but we will get there. We are currently still 6th, but they can go up anytime soon, as the country has 29 golds, 45 silvers, and 95 bronzes. A top 5 finish is very much in play for Team Philippines. And as I've been saying here on the show, after we had that 8 gold medal haul a couple of days ago, kung medyo maka-target tayo ng 4 or 5 every day, I think we'll in very
be on the
good
right
shape.
track.
I think so.
Yes.
I think we're in good shape. Okay, let's shift our focus to pentathlon and football. It's a big day. And to tell us how Team Philippines will be doing in the aforementioned events, we have our tireless correspondent in Thailand. Joining us this afternoon, Bea Escudero. Bea, go ahead and tell us. First, let's talk about pentathlon. What's going on?
Hi, Boom and Sam. Good morning to you guys. Coming up later today, you said it, Boom, Team Philippines continues its medal push here at the 33rd Southeast Asian Games with 4 of our Filipino athletes, all hailing from Ormoc City, set to compete in the individual laser run finals of modern pentathlon. This also marks an important step forward for Philippine modern pentathlon as the sport continues to rebuild and reassert itself in the SEA Games stage after its last appearance in 2019. We have at 3 p.m., it's going to be the women's Princess Honey Arbelon and Kaidi Ginto taking on the women's individual laser run final. Now, Arbelon brings valuable experience into the race. She has been part of the Philippine team that won the gold in the mixed beach laser relay back in 2019. And of course, Ginto continues to gain that confidence and momentum on the regional stage. Now, at 4 p.m. Philippine time, it's the men's turn. We have Jesly, Rayan Roman, and Melvin Sakay competing in the men's individual laser run finals. This event is quite a demanding mix of running and laser shooting, so it's also known to have those dramatic race swings. So let's hope that our medal hopes are still alive until the finish line. Boom.
Well, thank you for the update on modern pentathlon, Bea. I know they still have a couple more days, right, before they wrap up their event. But, of course, Boom mentioned it's going to be a big day, especially for our Filipinas who continue to make us proud. They are already on track to making history. So, Bea, how's it going on with our national women's football team?
You know what, Sam? It's going to be quite exciting. The spotlight will shift to what could be a historic moment for Philippine football. The Filipinas will be facing Vietnam in the women's football gold medal match, making the first ever SEA Games finals appearance for the Philippines in this event. This is going to be a rematch of their group stage encounter earlier in the tournament where the Philippines pulled off a dramatic 1-0 victory, sealed by a 94th minute goal care of Mally Ramirez. The last major knockout meeting between these two teams came during the AFF Women's Championship semifinals in Manila back in 2022, where the Filipinas delivered a convincing 4-0 win. Vietnam, though, enters this final as one of the most successful women's football programs in Southeast Asia. They have multiple SEA Games titles and years of experience on the stage, which is exactly why this match carries so much significance for our girls and, of course, for the whole country. Now, if you guys are wondering, Boom and Sam, how are our chances? How are the Philippines' chances? They're actually pretty good. This team is a mix of seasoned veterans like Hailey Long, Sarah Eggesvik, and rising young players like Mally Ramirez, Bella Pasion, Malia Cesar, who have continued to prove every single game that they've been here in the SEA Games. So again, it's a mix of reliable starters and game changers that are coming off the bench. So the Filipinas have really shown that they can respond in big moments. Later today, it's not just a match for gold. It's really a chance for the Philippines to make history. Boom, Sam.
Oh, we're also excited. I'm just listening to your report, and I'm looking at some of the scenes. We were all watching that here in the studio, the semifinal penalty shootout, and it continues to give me goosebumps. Have you been around the girls in any part of the last couple of days? What are they saying? Is there an air of confidence? Can you gauge the kind of nerves? Because this is a huge moment, although they've been part of huge moments here the last couple of years already, Bea.
Well, I was able to be on the stands during their game against Vietnam, and let me tell you, after talking to their head coach, after talking to Mally Ramirez, and a lot of the other seasoned players, they were saying that this is really, they weren't expecting to have such a big push in the SEA Games, but they were so hopeful this whole time because just like what their head coach said, they made it a point to make a group like this for the years to come. And so it's really just a surprising and of course very, very happy and positive outlook in this whole SEA Games that, the Philippines, we need to start making statements in football because we've been so successful in the years past, right? And this is really just going to help us moving forward, especially with the younger players really stepping up. It's all about youth now. This is like the whole story of the SEA Games this year. It's all youth.
Yeah, there's that long-term goal, and then there's this short-term goal, and hopefully we get that gold tonight. Thank you very much, Bea. Good luck. This is going to be an exciting day, and hopefully we get to talk to you tonight with some great, great news.
Thanks, Bea. And we'll have more updates and stories when we come back. Here on Tibay at Tatag, mas pinalakas na Pilipinas sa 33rd Southeast Asian Games updates powered by Arena Plus Sportsbook and brought to you by Signal TV, the official broadcaster of Thailand 2025.
Camo Sports Center in Bangkok, where 3 of our best racers are set to compete and represent the Philippines in the BMX racing event. BMX racing top veteran and highly decorated racer Daniel Patrick Kaluag missed out on the podium, admitting to struggling with practice and having to deal with the death of his beloved mother just a few months ago.
You know, it wasn't my time. This year was definitely quite hard. I didn't have the best preparations coming in, unfortunately. The story that I had, like, my mother had passed in August, and this race is definitely quite emotional as I raced for her this one.
He does share how happy and proud he is of Patrick who made his debut here in the SEA Games and finished with yet another bronze for the Philippines. Though Patrick says that this wasn't the result he was hoping for, he said that he admittedly struggled with practice after the Asian Championships.
Yeah, it's nice to earn a medal, no matter bronze, silver, or gold. But to be honest, this is not what we came here for. Yeah, it hurts a little bit to have a debut with 2 bronzes and remain bronze for the year. So yeah, this will give me a spark of fire to go into the 2026 season with some fire, and yeah, we'll give it all we got going into the new season.
Though Patrick remains hopeful that he can still continue to bring home medals for the country. This is Julia Vargas. Tibay at Tatag, mas pinalakas na Pilipinas sa 33rd.
You're still watching Tibay at Tatag, mas pinalakas na Pilipinas sa 33rd Southeast Asian Games. Updates powered by Arena Plus Sportsbook and brought to you by Signal TV, official broadcaster of Thailand 2025. Now, for the second straight day, Team Philippines hauled in multiple gold medals. And yesterday, the Philippines bagged 4 golds across different sporting disciplines. Jasmine Althea Ramilo captivated in the rhythmic gymnastics women's individual all-around and swirled her way to the top of the podium. The 17-year-old sensation won the big prize with a score of 102.180. Ramilo bested 4 other competitors to give the Philippines its 3rd gold medal, courtesy of the country's gymnastics squad.
I love how you said swirl.
Swirl,
Boom,
yes.
That's rhythmic
Swirling
gymnastics for you.
Yeah, swirling and twirling.
Good to know that, the spotlight is also in the women's division in gymnastics. But meantime, kickboxer Zaira Bon-As took center stage and beat out the odds in the women's low kick 48-kilogram category. Bon-As wasn't going to be denied even against home bet Jantakarn Manobat. The pride of Baguio City claimed victory in decisive fashion, delivering the first gold from the Philippine kickboxing team. Bon-As kickstarted her squad's goal of equaling their medal haul from the 2023 SEA Games when they took home 3 gold medals.
I love that we're winning over the home team as of late, especially in combat sports. Yesterday, also in women's tennis doubles, we disappointed again the team of Thailand because of a big win. And I love this Bon-As win. She's the one who was on the ring and said, "Maganda ba ako?" after the awarding when she was being. Her hand was being raised.
Of course, Boom. I mean, it's a once-in-a-lifetime moment.
Yeah.
You gotta look on point.
Yeah.
So I love her.
I agree. All right, of course. Speaking of looking good, nobody looked better yesterday than EJ Obiena, who reminded everyone that he's still the pole vaulting king on this side of the world with another golden performance. Obiena catapulted himself to a record 4th career SEA Games gold medal after a thrilling battle against Thailand's Patsapong Amsamarang. The home bet pushed the Filipino Olympian until the latter won via countback, when they both cleared a new SEA Games record of 5.70 meters. Obiena needed only 1 try to clear the height, while his Thai foe needed 3 attempts. And and there was a moment, for those who missed, there were actually a couple of moments there. One was he actually took the hand of his Thai opponent and they bowed together because yun nga, pareho silang score. He just needed less jumps, EJ, so that's why he won. And they, faced the crowd and kind of bowed to the crowd together. I thought that was an excellent gesture by EJ.
Yeah, excellent gesture of sportsmanship, and this is what the SEA Games is all about. You know, like we're here to compete, but at the end of the day, like we're all friends, right? We're just here to have some friendly competition, and it's good to know that for EJ, it was that one-time, big-time shot that spelled the difference for him, right?
Yeah, and he also realized that his counterparts here, even in Southeast Asia, are now starting to catch up. So he has taken note of that. So hopefully he can get number 5 in a couple of years' time.
Well, boom, finally we've got another Olympian in Joanny Delgaco teaming up with Christine Paraon to rule the women's double sculls. Delgaco and Paraon rode their way to a gold with a time of 8 minutes and 16.976 seconds. From third place in the preliminary, the Filipina duo showed out in the final round, finishing 4 seconds faster than second place Thailand. Credit Delgaco's and Paraon's triumph to a good start, gaining a 1-second lead in the first 500 meters, which they never relinquished. 1 second.
1 second. You know, I'll always say, I've been saying it, you know, Joanny Delgaco, one of my favorites from my Paris trip in the Olympics, when I met her, got interactions with her, and, you know, just hung out with her, with all of these Olympians, because she's such an unassuming woman. You look at her and the way she talks, the way she walks, you wouldn't even think she plays a sport.
Right.
Unless, of course, you look at how tanned she is and that beautiful tan that she has. She's so humble. She's so wonderful. I'm so happy that you know, she continues to give pride to the Philippines.
Well, it's definitely a gold medal rush for Team Philippines yesterday. But boom, I think there are more events to watch out for at the games.
Yeah, that's right. We do have more events and featuring, for example, the MLBB finals in esports. That's ongoing with Cebol, poised for a golden finish. And we've got Doreen Suwaybagyo all the way from Thailand with a special report on esports. Hello, Doreen.
Finals and SEA Games.
Hello, Sam. Yes, the MLBB Finals is happening today here at the University. Both of our Cebol MLBB men's and women's teams are competing against Malaysia's men's and women's MLBB teams as well. Cebol men's and women's teams both launched their ticket to the finals after 2-1 victories in the best-of-5 semi-final series against Indonesia. And right now, kakatapos lang ng Game 1. Napanalungan natin yung Game 1 in the best-of-7 finals versus Malaysia. So we're now heading on to the second game. As you can see here, ito yung players na sa likod sila ongoing. Papunta na sa second game, and they also seeking to defend the Philippines' repeat from the men's MLBB in the SEA Games, because since MLBB was included in the SEA Games in 2019, the Philippines has won the gold in men's MLBB in every single edition of the SEA Games, and they're looking to continue that and add another SEA Games MLBB gold to the Philippines name. Meanwhile, mamayang hapon naman, the MLBB women's finals will happen, where our Cebol women's team will be competing against Malaysia for the gold. And this presents a golden opportunity, as in the 2023 SEA Games, they came close to the gold, but they fell to their Peruvian rival Indonesia in the finals. Yung kahapon, they defeated Indonesia in the semi-finals. So, hindi talaga ang nabunot sila ng ating Cebol MLBB women's team. And coming from that morale boosting when they're looking to seal the deal and claim their first gold in the SEA Games. Kasama din natin sila right now in the venue, just here behind me, of course, supporting the men's team in their finals match versus Malaysia.
Well, it looks like a very fun atmosphere over there, Doreen. We won't keep you waiting. I know the games are about to start, but again, all the best to our esports team. Thank you so much, Doreen.
Have fun, because that environment at MLBB is going to be wild and crazy. That's what we always try to get in terms of our feedback from our correspondents. Double gold yan, for sure. Double gold yan.
Let's claim it already.
Yes.
So guys, when we come back, we'll have a quick look at Team Philippines' upcoming battles for the rest of the day at the 33rd Southeast Asian Games.
Yes, you are still watching Tibay at Tatag. Mas pinalakas na Pilipinas sa 33rd Southeast Asian Games. Our updates powered by Arena Plus Sportsbook and brought to you by Signal TV, official broadcaster of Thailand 2025.
Skateboarding delivered a golden ride for Team Philippines at the 2025 Southeast Asian Games. Leading the charge was Jericho Kiko Francisco Jr., who was ecstatic to finally get his back-to-back golds after 6 years.
It feels amazing. It feels like the hard work paid off.
He finished with a commanding lead, earning the score of 90.68. The cherry on top of it all, he gets to share this moment with his students.
I can't believe it. I can't believe even me and my students are up here on the podium. I've been preparing them for this moment for the past 4 years, and it's paid off really good. I can't believe it.
Also topping the women's event is Maisel Paris Alegado and Elizabeth Amador, bagging gold and silver respectively. The two were in disbelief of what they were experiencing.
It made me so happy. I love training with Elizabeth. It was so much fun, especially meeting all the girls here. And this competition is like the best. It was like crazy hype. All the audience were like, woo, woo, woo. And then, yeah, it's crazy, you know?
I felt very good. I got second. I at least got second. It was super good. First time ever getting second in a big competition for me. Like, this is the most people I ever seen. Like, just going, ah! That's all. But very fun. Nice to train with Maisel, you know, 6'7". 6'7".
With 2 golds and 1 silver, Philippine skateboarding continues its strong rise in the region, proving that the country is now a serious force in the Southeast Asian Games.
Sa ating lahat, congratulations sa ating lahat. So yung pinakita natin yung Filipino talent. Number 1 pa rin tayo sa skate. Tsaka yung age ng mga bata, no? Pataas na ng pataas yan. God willing, packet ng ano yan, ng qualifying ng Olympics. Asian Games ng Olympics.
From the ramps to the podium, it was a golden day for Philippine skateboarding. The future looks even brighter and our skaters are riding higher than ever. Reporting from Bangkok, Thailand, Anthony Stan, Tibay at Tatag, mas pinalakas na Pilipinas sa 33rd Southeast Asian Games.
And you're still watching Tibay at Tatag, mas pinalakas na Pilipinas sa 33rd Southeast Asian Games updates powered by Arena Plus Sportsbook and brought to you by Signal TV, official broadcaster of Thailand 2025. How about those 2 girls? So they're probably the cutest winners in the Southeast Asian Games until the end. Wala nang tatalo dyan, Sam.
I know, they're just having fun with it. They're just 11 years old. I know you did mention you started skateboarding as well.
Right.
Can you imagine the impact of this whole thing on them as people once they grow up? You know, they had this amazing experience in the SEA Games. They were so cute when they were like, this is the biggest competition ever.
Yeah.
Everyone was just having fun, and that's really the essence of the sport.
Correct, and I think that contributed to their win because they were just out there, no pressure. And
Good
then,
reminder.
Yeah, 1 and 2 finish now. Beautiful.
Just have fun because the work is already done. Well, now let's shine the spotlight on one of our veteran boxers who has been fighting for the country for over a decade. We are talking about 2-time Olympian Yumir Marshall.
That is right. First winning for the country in the 2011 Youth World Championships in Kazakhstan. The 5'11" Marshall is gunning for a 5th straight gold medal in the Asian Games. He's won various medals in all types of amateur tournaments, from the Youth Championships to the World Championships and even the Olympics, when he won a bronze in the 2020 edition in Tokyo. As a pro boxer, he is now undefeated with 7 wins, 4 via knockout. He last saw action at the 50th anniversary event of the Thrilla in Manila, held at the Smart Araneta Coliseum last August. He faces a tough task here in Thailand, though. But if there's anything this grizzled veteran knows, it is winning.
Grizzled. Now, all of those, competitions led him to where he is today. And we're so excited about Yumir and the rest of the boxing team.
Yeah, changing weight classes also for this edition of the Southeast Asian Games. And of course, also competing as a pro for the very first time. And I'm quite sure, again, having the fortune of spending time with some of our boxers during the Olympics, I'm quite sure after his heartbreak in Paris, he would want to get this one.
I'm sure there's a lot of, mental training, mental aspect in this as well. I do know that our boxers do like sports psychology sessions, and I'm sure, that experience in the Olympics will definitely, propel them forward today because they're, even stronger mentally.
Sec Jen Marcos is
I
the
know,
one in
MVP,
charge of
shout
all
out.
of all of their mental training there
Right.
in Thailand.
Now, to find out when and where we can watch other Filipino athletes in Thailand, let's take a look at today's airing schedule for the games and matches of Team Philippines.
All right, at 4 p.m., you may tune into Pilipinas Live to catch Seaball for the gold medal against Malaysia, as Doreen mentioned earlier, also in the women's MLBB finals.
And at 3:30 p.m., major implications are on the line in boxing with a trio of Filipino ring warriors fighting for a chance to fight for a gold medal. All semifinal matches, Olympian Ira Villegas in the women's 50-kilogram division, heavy hitter Weljon Mindoro in the men's 75-kilogram weight class, and finally, a familiar name, Yumir Marshall, taking center stage in the men's 80-kilogram category.
Ito na yun. And again, judging from the judging that's been going on in Thailand, we hope to have a clear win, just so there's no controversy and so that our boxers can add on to the, I really feel it, the many golds that we're gonna get today. And of course, you can catch Team Philippines in action at the 33rd Southeast Asian Games on One Sports Plus, RPTV, and on Signal Channel 261, as well as the One Sports YouTube account. There's also the Pilipinas Live app for many more events and content from the SEA Games. And also support our Filipino athletes by visiting and logging into our website, arenaplus.ph, for users 21 and above. Now, check out our community page as well for other updates. And that wraps it up for us here. Today here at Tibay at Tatag, mas pinalakas na Pilipinas sa 33rd Southeast Asian Games updates powered by Arena Plus Sportsbook. Bring home the win. Support our national athletes as they represent the country at the SEA Games. I'm Boom Gonzalez.
And I'm Sam Corrales. Stay tuned for our ongoing coverage and live updates later tonight and in the final days of the game. Once again, let's keep on cheering for our brave Filipino athletes. Laban, Pilipinas!
Laban! Go!